Welcome to The Way I See It with your host, Maury Blair, from Breakthrough Ministries.
I'm Maury Blair, and I'm glad to be back with you again. And after I got walking with God, going to church, I got into the Bible. Next, I went off to Bible college for 1 year. I took all kinds of courses by correspondence. And then I got a call to go into the ministry. I never dreamed I'd ever get into the ministry, but I remember working as a director of Teen Challenge in downtown Toronto for about 25 years. And we used to go into the prisons, into the detention centers, and share my story. And I'll never get the one big prison I went into, and they're bringing the men in. The chaplain's sitting with me at the front, and they're bringing the men in. One big guy came in, brute of a guy. He didn't look very happy. I thought, Anyway, he sits down, and we're all sitting there, and I start sharing my life. All of a sudden, in the middle of my presentation, he jumps to his feet in a rage. And he says, "Why the hell did you kill him?" I said, jump back. I thought, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Hope those guns are loaded because this guy's losing it. And then I recognized, victim of child abuse. I looked at him and I said, "Hey, man, if I'd have killed him, I'd be where you are." And he stood there for a moment and looked at me, and then he sat quietly down. At the end of the meeting, after I was all done, the guards came to me and said, "Hey, Maury, he wants to talk to you. Will you talk to him?" I said, "Sure." They said, "Okay, here's the plan. We're going to go down the hall. This is the last cell on the block. We'll wait outside the cell and we'll let you go in." And I'm thinking, yeah, I go in. They get a call to the other end of the prison, and what's left of me when they come back, right? So I looked in, and here was this big guy just sitting there with his head down. So I walked in, and I sat down beside him, and I said, "How you doing, man?" He said, "Not good, man." I said, he said, "You know what's wrong with me in there?" I said, "Yeah, I think I do." He said, "What?" I said, "You were a victim of child abuse." He said, "What? Who told you that? Who told you that?" "Nobody." I said, "It was pretty obvious." I said, "What happened to you?" He said, "Your story is my story. My stepfather cursed and beat me and mistreated me all those years." And I said, "So what happened?" He said, "I came home drunk one night in my teenage years." He passed out. He was drunk too. So I got me a baseball bat. I'd had it right up to here. I snuck it in the dark and I lined it up with his face. He said, "I bashed him so many times, his face with blood on the pillow." And I looked at him for a moment. I said, "Who won?" He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "How long have you been here for?" "Well, murder, a life sentence." I said, "You didn't win, man. You got your vengeance, but you're paying for it. I gave my life to Jesus Christ, as you heard in the meeting, and he changed me so I wouldn't take vengeance. I'm a free man." I said, "Listen," and he hung his head. And I said to him, "Would you like me to pray for you?" He said, "Yeah." So I took his big hand, we bowed our heads and we prayed. I stood up to leave him, and I said to the guards, "Can I give him a book?" I said, "Give him a book, give him a book." Yeah. So I stood up to leave, and he said, "Can I give you a hug?" I said, "Sure." And he hugged me. And he said, "You don't know what your coming in here today has meant to me. Thank you for coming." I said, "Man, there's a place in this joint they could put you where if you call on Jesus' name, he won't be there to minister to you if you'll open your heart to him." He had tears in his eyes, and I turned and walked out and thought, wow, someone should have got to him sooner. I thank God that he got to me before I got out of control and did something I would have paid for the rest of my life. I see things differently today because of his love and his relationship.
You've been listening to The Way I See It with your host, Maury Blair from Breakthrough Ministries. For more information, go to overcomingabuse.org. That's overcomingabuse.org.